Hi everyone, we have a brilliant interview for you today. I've been speaking with Allan Finnegan, who's a Baptist minister but also a successful Britain's Got Talent entry. But that's enough from me, let's hear from the man himself.
Hello, my name's Allan Finnegan. I'm a Baptist minister in a church called Emmanuel Baptist Church near Liverpool in a place called Netherton, which no one's ever heard of. I've been there since I came to faith at 16, so 37 years now. I've been the minister for 14 years. I'm married with 2 kids and an ageing dog. And I'm still married after Britain's Got Talent, in case people are wondering. And yeah, I think I'm in a size 9 shoe. I don't really know if you want anything else.
Excellent stuff. So what's it like being on Britain's Got Talent?
It's very bizarre being on Britain's Got Talent. I mean, it is probably the biggest show on the television. So to be honest, it's weird to see yourself on the television. Very unexpected. I didn't expect to get through to judges or, on the stage or anything like that. And then to get 4 yeses it was all a bit weird. I remember walking down the road after the interview's over and after the media stuff that you have to do. And I was literally walking down the street in London thinking to myself, did that just happen? Literally, did that just happen? I wasn't quite sure. So seeing it on the telly was proof for me. So yeah, it was bizarre, but fun.
Yeah, I can imagine. It must be out of this world. So how is it being a celebrity now? Do you get recognised a lot out and about? Has anything changed for you?
No, well, I'm hardly a celebrity, to be fair. I think with the lockdown, we're all wearing masks, so it's good for hiding, isn't it? And the only time I've been literally noticed was when someone was walking past the front of the house and I was in the garden doing something, and they said, "Seeing you on the television tonight, well done." And I was like, it took me by surprise because it never happened, the only autograph I've ever been asked for is by the postman. Do you get what I'm saying? So
my wife, along with the rest of the nation, it seems, is in love with Anton Deck. How are they in person?
Well, they seem very nice, but you'd only meet them for about 30 seconds prior to going on and when you come off. And when I came off, I was a bit shell-shocked. I didn't really know what I was saying or thinking at the time. I couldn't remember what I'd said to them until I seen it myself. But they're lovely, you know what I mean? They are lovely. They're very likeable. They were nice to me. So, yeah. Your wife probably knows them better than me, to be fair.
Good. I'm glad the dream has not been shattered for my wife. That's excellent. So how has COVID-19 affected Britain's Got Talent?
Oh, it's well, the live semi-finals have been postponed, so indefinitely. So they don't know when they're going to take place. So all the kinds of reveal shows and that whatever they do, I'm not really sure. They've been put off, and any sort of sometimes they go and see people, don't they, where they live and all that type of stuff. That's all being cancelled. So it's massive. They were talking about doing the shows possibly with no audience, which would have just been horrendous for a comedian anyway. It's all right if you can knock out Angels by Robbie Williams, isn't it? But if you're a comedian, I'm guessing no audience is just about. Man, I'm used to that sometimes, to be fair. So, yeah, but it's affected it massively. Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine. Now, this is a very personal question. If you choose to, you got a free pass on this one, if you want to pass on it. If you won Britain's Got Talent, would you go full-time comic?
Well, let's just say I probably won't win. I mean, some people think it's a bit sly having God on your side, but you can't beat the NHS nowadays, can you? They're more popular than God. So you don't have to win to do well out of this. That's one of the things. I mean, one of the things they said to us was like I said, One Direction, I know it's the X Factor, but they finished 4th. 4th, probably one of the biggest bands in the world in terms of their age group and all that. So you don't have to do. I don't know. I think I'd take some time out to try and do other stuff. But I don't think I'd leave being some sort of minister, because that's what I do. That's what I am. and the comedy's very linked with that. So I'd lose me reason for being a comic, if you get what I'm saying. So I probably wouldn't pack it, but I probably would try and use opportunities for it to be the different type of ministry. I don't even know what that looks like. I'm just guessing. So yeah, I wouldn't want.
That's great. That sounds brilliant. That sounds like a really good and healthy way to look at it. That's really great. Thank you. So what came first for you? Was it a comedy, or was it being a minister?
The minister, definitely, which I kind of stumbled into. As I said, I've been in our church for 30 odd years, and it was going through a really poor patch where there was hardly anyone left, and we couldn't afford a minister. The Baptist Union wouldn't give us a minister. They wouldn't give us a home mission grant, nothing like that. I was kind of last man standing, I think. So I ended up becoming a minister. Long story, which we haven't got time for really. But as part of, I then got sent to train. Got sent to a theological college. I couldn't even spell that, by the way. I was off a building site before that. And then they literally, as part of that, we were doing preaching classes, homiletics, I'm led to believe, right? And they said the day of one person, one microphone as a communication form is over. People don't communicate that way anymore. Nobody listens. It's irrelevant. So what do we do with preaching? And I was like, I've just been to see Peter Kay in the Echo Arena. 10,000 people shouting more after an hour and a half. You're wrong. So I challenged the lecturer, and long story short, it led to me a learning objective, which is one of you have to do them then, was for me to go on a stand-up comedy course, 6-week comedy course, and compare and contrast comedy and preaching. Because I said, it's never been more popular, one person, one microphone. It's what you say when you've got the microphone in your hand. That's the problem, and how you say it. So I never wanted to be a comedian. It just sort of happened, and then it just carried on. So definitely the minister came first.
Great stuff. Now, another personal question here, free pass. You said on the big stage at BGT, I'm not very good at my job. Can you tell us a little bit about what you meant there?
Well, I mean, people thought I was messing, but I'm not. I'm not very good at it. I went into Bible college or theological college to train to be a minister. It came out a comedian. That should tell you enough. You know what I'm saying? I forget to do the obvious thing. So I'll go and visit someone who's sick. What's the last thing you do when you leave? You pray for them. No, not me. I forget. Just say, all right then, see ya. Yeah. I go to visit an hospital. They've been discharged, or worse, died. I just make too many mistakes. I'm just not very good at it. I'm really not. And I'm socially awkward as well, which doesn't help. So when I say I'm not very good at it, I'm not. People will cotton on eventually. They will suss me out and go, he's right, he's not very good at this.
Now, how does your faith fit with the world of comedy?
Well, my whole reason for doing comedy was about faith. The basic act is I'm not very good at my job, and this is why. So, and because all these things happen, and I'm rubbish at it, but they're funny. And most of what I say is true. That's the problem. Most of it's true. It's just exaggerated slightly for comedy purposes. But I did it as part of my training. I did a dissertation on a long title. Can stand-up comedy be used as a missional tool in comedy clubs? Not in churches, because you do get churches putting comedy nights on, etc. Can you do it in a proper comedy club? And everyone I interviewed, all Christian comedians, all said no, right? They all said no, you can't do it. And I was thinking, you've got to be able to do it. It's got to be doable.
So we really we're really passionate about praying for people at Andover Baptist Church. How can we be praying for you?
Well, I'm sure, like your church, the finances have virtually stopped. so, so that'd be a good thing to pray for. And I'm not sure where we fit on getting any money off anybody. But that's for the church. Pray for that. Pray that we'll keep this real community family feel. Me individually it'd be great to have favour, but not favour to win. More favour in the media, that they don't turn on me, that they and I can be a positive influence for the gospel in the media side of things, because undoubtedly, if this progresses, there will be more of a media scrutiny, shall we say. So that would be good, that I was a positive influence rather than a negative influence. Would be great.
So, Allan, thank you so much for joining us for this interview. I've loved hearing your story, and I'm sure loads of other people who are going to watch this interview will do as well. We'll keep you in our prayers, and we'll be rooting for you on the Britain's Got Talent stage.